Today, we stand at a critical juncture in America's retail landscape as 20 major retailers announce the closure of stores across the nation. In 2024, staggering numbers reveal that a record 7,325 stores shut their doors, a mark not seen since the heights of the pandemic. This trend, characterized by a seismic shift in consumer behavior and corporate strategy, invites both deep analysis and careful reflection. Major players such as Party City, Big Lots, Walgreens, 7-Eleven, and Macy's are all part of this unfolding story. The closures represent more than just empty storefronts. They signal fundamental changes in the American economy and the ways local communities relate to commerce. Communities that once thrived on the daily hum of bustling retail now face a quiet void, with reduced access to trusted services and familiar brands. This is a story of transformation, resilience, and the complex interplay between market forces and human experience. It is a story that features a bold headline, dynamic statistics, and expert insights woven together to form a comprehensive narrative of economic evolution. If you're into amazing content like this, hit that subscribe button right now. It's totally free. The facts at hand are both striking and sobering. Retail closures have not materialized solely because consumer demand is waning. They reflect a profound realignment in market dynamics. Data shows that Party City is planning to retire 738 of its locations, and Big Lots is following by shutting down 601 stores. Decisions driven by mounting competitive pressure and shifting buying habits. As shoppers increasingly turn to online platforms, traditional brick-and-mortar establishments are facing unprecedented challenges. The rise of e-commerce giants and discount retailers such as Walmart, Costco, and Amazon has accelerated the decline of physical store traffic. In a period marked by heightened economic pressure and increasing living costs, consumer preferences have pivoted dramatically. Loving the video so far? Give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It helps more than you know. This evolution in shopping behavior caused retail sales in online channels to increase between 11% and 20% over the past several years, while physical stores saw declines that, in some instances, reached nearly 5%. Additionally, an oversupply of shopping malls and the subsequent decline in mall visits, down by as much as 50% during the early 2010s, further exacerbated the difficulty of maintaining a profitable physical presence. Each number on screen tells the story of an industry grappling with change, where every statistic underscores a broader narrative of disruption and adaptation. Data, expert interviews, and personal stories converge to illustrate that this is not merely an isolated phenomenon, but a reflection of America's shifting economic priorities. In this evolving retail saga, expert voices provide key context. Economists and industry specialists illustrate that these closures are symptomatic of larger economic forces rather than isolated corporate missteps. Seasoned analysts explain that retail giants are forced to rethink and restructure as they navigate the dual challenges of increased online competition and the pressures of rising operational costs. Historical trends reveal that the current wave of closures has roots in decisions made years ago, when an oversaturation of malls and traditional department stores led to decline. Research indicates that the physical store model, once the bedrock of the American shopping experience, has been steadily undermined by the digital revolution. Observers note that while some aspects of this trend are disruptive from a community standpoint, they also lay the groundwork for potentially more efficient retail experiences. In several affected towns, local businesses and community centers have emerged to fill the void left by shuttered retail giants, creating new opportunities and alternative models for service and commerce. Interview clips from trusted experts echo a cautionary note as they discuss how rapid technological changes and shifting consumer expectations have forced companies to streamline operations. These insights remind us that the true story lies not just in the loss of physical stores, but in the transformative evolution of how we buy, sell, and connect with our communities, a Transformation is inevitable. As we look forward to the future, the reshaping of the retail environment continues to unfold before our eyes. Projections suggest that the current trend could escalate dramatically, with estimates predicting around 15,000 store closures in 2025. This forecast presents both challenges and opportunities. Amid the turbulence, some retailers are pivoting to new models that blend digital innovation with strategic physical presence. Community leaders are exploring creative solutions to repurpose deserted retail spaces as community hubs, while some companies are investing in technology to reinvent shopping experiences and enhance customer engagement. The narrative of American retail is one of adaptation and reinvention, where market pressures force a balance between preserving tradition and embracing innovation. Local communities, once defined by their flagship stores and shopping districts, are now witnessing a transformation that redefines both commerce and everyday life. The economic impact is profound, extending from the loss of jobs to the shifting landscape of local economies. Even as the news casts a factual and neutral lens on these developments, the human stories behind the statistics reveal the emotional weight of this transformation. Each closed store represents not just a business shift, but the end of an era for neighborhoods that once found identity and pride in their local shopping landmarks. The retail revolution persists. Throughout this narrative, it is critical to understand the delicate balance between corporate strategy and community impact. Affected families, small business owners, and local leaders continue to navigate uncertainty, seeking stability amid change. Life in communities that once relied on budget-friendly options, such as the nearly 1,000 Family Dollar stores that closed in 2024, has been irrevocably altered. For many low-income families who depended on these stores, the closures have removed a vital source of affordable essentials, intensifying the challenges of daily living in economically strained times. At the same time, economic commentators offer a perspective that, although the decline of large retail chains poses serious challenges, it also opens the door for innovation and new growth models. Retailers, confronted with the double-edged sword of heightened online competition and demanding consumer expectations, are learning to innovate to serve modern needs without compromising on accessibility or value. Each store shuttered invites questions about the future. What will replace the tradition of in-person shopping? How will delivery systems, digital interfaces, and community-centered retail solutions evolve to fill the gap? Answers to these questions remain a work in progress as we collectively adapt to a changing economic landscape. The facts are undeniable. Reality can be difficult. As we reach the conclusion of our report, the implications of these retail closures echo far beyond the confines of empty storefronts. The narrative we have unfolded today, rooted in hard data and expert analysis, paints a picture of an industry in transformation. A landscape where every decision by a major retailer sends ripples through communities across the nation. These changes compel us to look at the retail environment not solely as a collection of shifting market strategies, but as a reflection of evolving societal values, economic pressures, and the human need for connection. In addressing how store closures affect both local economies and overall consumer behavior, our analysis has reaffirmed the importance of adaptability, resilience, and forward-thinking strategies in business. The retail sector will continue to be reshaped by emerging technologies, changing consumer expectations, and unforeseen economic challenges. Ultimately, the story of America's big retailers is one of transition, with each chapter prompting reflection on the interplay between progress and legacy. The future remains uncertain, yet every change presents a chance to reimagine and rebuild what was once familiar into something dynamic and engaging. Transformation endures. Want more videos like this? Watch the next one here. And don't forget to subscribe for weekly uploads.